Welcome to the class of Social Science History subject for class 9, chapter number 1, the French Revolution, part 4. Now let's go to the contents of part 4. In this part 4, we are going to discuss about the recap of part 1, part 2 and part 3, which we have already discussed earlier. Next, declaration of the rights of men. Next, the political symbol. I repeat, political symbols. And lastly, the conclusion. In recap of part 1, 2 and 3, let me give you a short summary of the chapter. In part 1, we discussed about who was Queen Louise XVI, how did the French people got frustrated from the work of the king, and why does they started having this revolution, which is known as to be the French Revolution. French Revolution, which is said to be the first revolution throughout the whole world, where the people stood up and raised up their voice against their own rights. And they all came to know about three main topics of the life for surviving, that is liberty, fertility and equality, as all the citizens of the country are equal, so no king or the ruler or the governing authority is being authorized to govern the nation or give pressurization on only the last stage or the lower state. Every state is going to fulfill their duties, including enjoying their rights to live peacefully inside the country. Why did the Battle of Bastille happen? Why did the people revolted? What was the subsistence crisis? The subsistence crisis, as we discussed, subsistence crisis was actually the revolution, or you can say a problem that occurred due to the bad harvest. Next part that we discussed was about who was Maximilien Robespierre, what was his reign of terror, and why the reigning part of Maximilien Robespierre was said to be the reign of terror. It started in 1793 and ended just in a 1 year of 1794. What was the Jacobin Club and why the people were performing for the Jacobins or the Jacobin Club? Why they all used to want a club where they can discuss about all the political issues? How was the constitutional monarchy formed in France? And how did people came up with their own constitution on the tennis court of Versailles? What was the role of women in the French Revolution? Who was Olympe de Gouges, who revolted or raised his voice against the wrong justice done towards the women in France? Who was Napoleon Bonaparte? Napoleon Bonaparte, who was said to be a great military ruler. He was a very good ruler, but due to some of his policies, made him banned among the people. And what actually happened in the Battle of Waterloo, which ended the kingdom of Napoleon Bonaparte, and also the French Revolution ended in the reign of Napoleon. This all we discussed in part 1, part 2 and part 3. Now we are going to discuss further in part 4 about the Declaration of Men's Rights and political symbols. Declaration of Rights of Men, which was made in 1789, approved by the National Assembly of France on 26 August 1789. It was a declaration which was been saying about some rights given to the citizens of the country. the representatives of the French people were organized the National Assembly. As you all know, National Assembly was the representatives worth of people 713 elected by the electors of around 50,000 men, which were being elected by the active citizens of country France. Believing that the ignorance, neglect or contempt of the rights of man are the sole cause of public calamities. Yes, students, now look, if anyone's right is going to be harassed or taken off, obviously the person is going to get frustrated. So this what all happened in France too. The third stage were taken up by all the rights. They were not being allowed to do anything. Instead of that, they have to pay high level of taxes, survive or give the services also free of cost to the clergy, the nobilities, and including to pay some percentage of tax to them also. As in churches, the clergies were applying for tithe. Same like here, the people of France, especially of the third state, revolted for that. And this was among the main cause of this calamity and of the corruption of the governments. Obviously, the king was taking whatever the decision he wants to take. He was not thinking about the people, that what the people is going to survive and how they are going to react on this declaration. Have determined to set forth in a solemn declaration the natural, unalienable and sacred rights of men, in order that this declaration, being constantly before all the members of the social body, shall remain them continuingly of their rights and duties. Now, after this corruption of governments and so many public calamities, special reasons like subsistence crisis, high level of taxes, the people form or try to make their own rights, which is going to be followed throughout the life till they are in the France or in that country. It is dependent not on the France, but it's dependent on every country, as we are having some fundamental rights. Since we get birth till we end or till we die, these rights are being used by us. And same like here, in public France was utilizing or enjoying some rights. Social bodies shall remain them continually of their rights and duties, in order that the aspects of the legislative power as well as to those of executive power may be compared at any moment with the objects or purposes of all political institutions, and must thus be more respected. And lastly, in order that the grievance of the citizens based hereafter upon simple and incontestable principles shall tend to the maintenance of the Constitution and redound down the happiness of all. Now, what does it all mean? See, students, I am just giving an example of India. Sorry. In India, we all know that the people are being, the political parties and the work of India government is being divided into three parts: the legislatures, executive and the judiciary part. Judiciary part is very different part. Now coming to the legislature and the executive part. Over here, the parliament used to govern all the functions related or done by the prime minister, president and other ministers. There's the MLAs or your Rajya Sabha members or your MPs, and these all members are council of ministers too, the cabinet ministers too. So they have to follow some certain norms to fulfill their duties. With that, what is the main purpose of that? The main purpose of this aim is to check out their work time to time and also to analyze whether the public are happy with the function of the works or not. If the people are not happy, they used to put that government out of the control and being told to make another form of government or another government or a political party start against ruling the country. Now here, in every aspect what is happening. The main scope or the main objective of this changes are to make the people free and live their life happily with utilizing their rights and performing their duties peacefully, and by which even every individual should get developed, including with the development of the country. Everything is being in a proper and a systematic manner. If anyone is found guilty in disobeying or breaking up the rules and norms of the country, or the constitutional things are being set up or given to the judiciary department, where the judiciary department takes up the decision as per the need of the issue or the problem. This was actually been made to make each and every individual survive. See students, in the country, in every country, what is the main aspect or the main thing which is making any country? That are the people. You can say the main people or the citizens of that country are the life or the heartbeats of any country. If they are not there, obviously the country will not survive. Same here, the National Assembly in France was being told to make and check the work of the king and also the ministers time to time, by which they can govern the nation properly, and including that the judiciary was being told to take out and check the work of the king and the National Assembly also, by which the people go everything in a legal manner. They should not get revolted again future in the life. Therefore, the National Assembly recognizes and proclaims in the presence and under the auspices of the Supreme Being. Now, what does the Supreme Being word means? Supreme Beings over here, the judiciary section, the judges, including the royal family, the king and other delegates. The following rights of the men and the citizens were being recognized. Now, there are some articles which I am going to discuss here further. First one, men are born and remain free and equal in rights. Social distinctions may be founded only upon the general good. Second, the aim of all political association in the preservation of the natural and imprescriptible rights of men. I repeat the word, imprescriptible rights of men. These rights are liberty, property, security and resistant to oppression. Now, what does it mean, resistant to oppression? Resistant to oppression means that if any person is doing suppressing any other person or dominating any other person, will be illegal and will be sentenced for the judgment or will be a sinner. He will be found guilty and can be punished for that. Third point, the principle of all sovereignty resides essentially in the nation. Nobody or individual may exercise any authority which does not proceed directly from the nation. Fourth point, liberty consists in the freedom to do everything which injures no one else. Hence, the exercise of natural lives of each man has no limits, except those which assure to the other members of the society the enjoyment of the same rights. These limits can only be determined by law. Now, what does this fourth point mean? It means that every person will enjoy some rights, but it depends on that which class and which form of liberty want to enjoy. Look students, for example, I can say as being a teacher, we can enjoy the rights of teaching the students. Now come to the politician part. I am not a political leader, I am simply a teacher. As if I become a political leader, obviously over there I will be enjoying some other parts of aspect too. As for taking or helping the government in taking the decisions, in making the development of the people, in several other aspects. But being a teacher, only I will be related to the education sector, in where I can help the people to develop their career. Same like here in the articles in the France Revolution, every liberty was being decided for every citizen or every class of the citizens. Now they can be enjoyed further if there are any other exceptional laws related to it. Law can be only prohibit such actions as are hurtful to society. Nothing may be prevented when which is not forbidden by law, and no one may be forced to do anything not provided by law. Same like in India, as whatever we are doing, we have to do everything in a legal format. If we are not following the rules and regulations of the country, if we are not following the rules and regulations of the court being decided, whatever they have decided for us, then obviously we are doing something illegal offense. And in the illegal offense, obviously the court and the judiciary part has the authority to take the judgment against us. With the declaration of law, let's discuss point number 6. Law is the expression of the general will. Every citizen has a right to participate personally or through his representatives in its foundation. It must be the same for all, whether it protests or punishes. Look students, in this, law is general will. It means expression. What does expression means? That every person is equal in front of the law. No one will is superior or inferior. Every citizen has a right to vote and elect its representatives, either directly or on indirect basis, as we used to elect our representatives on direct basis, but when we are going through the elections of president or vice president, we are performing in an indirect basis, as the elections is being taken off by the representatives of the parliament and other legislative councils. All the citizens, being equal in the eye of law, are equally eligible to all dignities and to all public positions and occupations. Now here, no person can be stopped on the basis of their caste, creed, color, sex or other originalities for any holding up any position. For example, we have the example in front of us, Mr. Rajnath Kovind, who is a President of India. He belongs from the SC family. In spite of the SC family, the scheduled caste family, he is our president. So according to your eligibility, according to your education and according to your ability, you can take up any of the position of this country. No person shall be accused, arrested or imprisoned except in the cases or according to the forms of prescribed by law. Now what does it mean? It means if I am doing anything wrong, obviously I will be responsible for any punishment decided by the law. But if I have not done any of the offense, any of the sin or broke any law related to our constitution, I will not be decided to go for under arrest or be set behind the bars. Why it's so? Because the law stands equal for all, and law also says that the superior people are not allowed to arrest anyone or imprison or blame any other person without having proof against it. Anyone soliciting, transmitting, executing or causing to be executed any arbitrary order shall be punished. It means soliciting. Soliciting word over here means where the people are going to be criticize each other. Transmitting, overlap each other, and executing, it means unnecessary dominating the people, that yes, you have to follow what we are saying you to follow, and also keeping weapons inside their home or with them for their various reasons. They all shall be punished. Illegal weapons are also being punished. Who are the people keeping it? By any citizens. summoned or arrested in virtue of law shall submit without delay, as resistance constitutes an offence. I repeat, as resistance constitutes an offence. Offence means the people who are doing the crime. These all laws are usually being made to stop the people for doing any sort of crime or breaking the rules and regulations inside the country and making the peaceful environment of the country hamper. The law shall provide for such punishments only as are strictly and obviously necessary, and no one shall suffer punishment except it be legally inflicted in virtue of law passed. What does it mean now? It means that until and unless the person is being found guilty related to any offense or crime, he or she cannot be given any sort of punishment or being arrested or any other thing coming in the jurisdiction sector. And also, if they are being found guilty for the same thing, they are being going to punished as per the norms of written in the Constitution or Judiciary. Now, formulating before the commission of the offence. Now, it is also been said, yes, obviously, whatever the function will be going on, it will be going as per the rules and regulations written in the Constitution regarding the same crime in which the person is being arrested, not or any other things. For example, if I have done any murder, then obviously I will be giving the punishment for doing the murder or breaking up the rules for doing murder. I cannot be given a charge of thieving, theft. Why so? Because murder is very different from the theft. So in this case, whatever the crime the individual person is doing, the offense or the punishment is being decided according to the crime only, not all other things are being formulated here. Continuing with the article parts, point number 9, all persons are held innocent until they shall be declared guilty. If arrested, shall be deemed indispensable. All harshness not essential to the securing of the prisoner's person shall be severely repressed by law. It means that no person can be arrested without he or she being found guilty by any unsuspected manner. They can be inspected, they can be asked to give the answers of the jurisdiction people, but they cannot be arrested and put behind the bars on the basis of only suspension, and no harshness you can avail on them for making the people suppressed to take the wrong judgment for them. Next one, no one shall be disputed on account of his opinions, including his religious views. It means every people has a right to enjoy his or her own religions, traditions and cultures peacefully and happily. No one can harass any other person or force or dominate any other person to follow the religious conditions or situations as per their own demand. It can be fulfilled as per your own wish, and you can perform any other religious task whatever you want inside the country. Next point is set is clearing you all related to the free communication. Do you remember that during the reign of the Maximilian Robespierre, free communication or the people were given the rights to speak freely? But again in the reign of Napoleon Bonaparte, the right of freedom to speak something was being taken aback. After this, the French Revolution got ended. According to the Declaration of Man, it was being said that every person has a right to speak. They have the right to speak whatever they think is going wrong inside the country, and every citizen may speak also, write also, and express the freedom of printing. It means the press work to make this information revealed in front of other people. Now, in this case, one most important duty that they have to perform, they are not being liable to take or write any other things which is against any, or we can say harming any dignity or the position of any other person. It means we are not able to write any false statements for any other person. If he or she being found guilty, this decision is being only and only being given to the jurisdiction sector, not for us. We cannot judge anyone on our own thinking or views. Next point is the security of the rights and men and the citizens requires public military forces. These forces are therefore established for the good and not for the personal advantage. Just as in India, we are having the military people, the commandos, and even our police officers and the police navy, the army, merchant navy, and other things. Air Force people also. What they actually are doing, they are working for our security. They are giving serving the nation. They are not performing on their own personal basis. Or imagine a police inspector has been responsible to take care of the citizens residing in this area and becoming the people of his citizen wherever and whenever it is being required. He cannot go only for the public personal matters that only I have to protect. I am being a policeman. I am only being said or being told to safeguard my own family and my own relatives, not the other people. This he cannot do because he is serving the nation. He is serving the citizen. He has been told to take care of the public. Next, a common contribution is essential for the maintenance of the public forces. Yes, students, see, as we all know that we are giving tax to the nation. Every individual person who is earning is giving a some proportion of the in form of tax, that is said to be the income tax. Now, what is that income tax means? Income tax means you are helping the government to run the nation. The government is not having any sort of money. Even they are not having getting the form of money in to have giving the salary to these government employees. Whatever they are getting, this are being gained and achieved by the taxes whatever we are paying. So the common contribution is essential over here also to keep the maintenance of the public forces. They should be equally distributed among the people whenever it is being required as per their requirement. For example, if any calamity occurs inside the country, you have seen the Prime Minister, the President are opening their treasuries to help the people and helping the people to give some amount of money as their own helpful hands. Was actually the whatever the taxes we are paying, from those taxes the people are able to get help from the governing nation. This was coming in the government help or the support. All the citizens have the right to decide either personally or by their representatives. In the next 14 point, we are going to discuss about the rights of the citizens. Every person has some rights officially also and personally also. No people can interfere in their rights, and including that the representatives also can make laws as per the requirement which is going to make the people beneficiary. It means they are being allowed to take freely the decisions. As we all know, we all are facing with some very harmful disease that is known as corona. Now here the Prime Minister, the President and other ministers, the Chief Minister including, are taking decisions for their states and the country, whatever they think would be suitable for us. Here, how they are able to take the decisions without informing us or without in our knowledge? Because they have this authority. Yes, this is going to be help the people for betterment of their lives, for saving their life. Obviously, they can take the decisions on behalf of us, and we as a citizen of this country have to follow those rules and regulations made for our beneficiary. We are not going to have a loss in this. Why so? Because obviously Corona is a disease which is very harmful and dangerous too. It is taking too many lives till yet. So over here, whatever the judgment is being taken or the decision is being taken by the government is only and only for the beneficiary of the public or the citizens of India. To know what the users to put, they know how to fix a proportion, what mode of assessment they should take, how much they should reveal this freedom to the public or how much they should behold the public for getting free, and what are the collection and the duration of the taxes also. As you all know, duration of the lockdown, Prime Minister of India, Mr. Honorable Mr. Narendra Modi has decided that no person will be able or allowed to give any sort of rent as the offices and schools and colleges and other employment departments are being closed. So no one is getting the salary. So over here, the people are being told to be calm and they are not being required to give any sort of rent or any other financial accessories or assessments to any other person. Including that, he also ordered that the employers are going to get some percentage of salary to survive, because many of the people are just living on the basis of their salary. 15 point. Society has a right to require of every public agent an account to his administration. Next, a society in which the observance of the law is not assured, nor the separation of powers defined, has no constitution at all. Now over here, what does it mean? That if any society where the norms are not being followed, the law is not being followed, where the people are doing whatever they like to do, where there is no separation of power, it means one only authority is there who is taking care of all the things. Okay, it means that no constitution is being followed over there. 17 point. Since property is an inviolable and sacred right, no one shall be deprived thereof except where public necessity. Now what does it mean? It means that, see students, I am having a property. I can only have the authority to transfer my property whoever I want. If I am not giving this authority to anyone, so no other public person can have or claim the property of mine, that saying that this property belongs to me, legally determined and shall clearly demand it, and then only the condition that the owner shall have previously or equity indemnified. Now over here, what does it mean that indemnified means over here that equally distributed. If I am having kids, I am having 4 kids, imagine. Now here I have divided my property that after my death as a property will, my property will be divided in 4 equal parts and given to my kids. This is only and only been authorized or taken up by me. No one can other take this right in absence of mine, that how many percentage of the money is being going to distributed among my kids. This was the right which is being decided, and this was a declaration of man's right in 1789, decided by the National Assembly for the rest part of the citizens of France. Now let's discuss about some political symbols which came into existence during the French Revolution. First one is the broken chain which are being used to fetter slaves. You all know the chain are being used to tie up any person or any other things in a slavery position. But the broken chain over here means that is becoming free. Now we are not the slaves, we are own itself, we have our own dignity, we have our own prestige, and we will survive all together, all alone by our own likes or dislikes. We are not bounded to follow any other person dominating power on us. Next symbol is the bundle of rods or fasces. Now I hope in the childhood you have heard about the story about 4 sons and a father, where the father had given all the 4 sons a single stick to break down, and they all broke. and after that he gave a bundle of sticks to every son to break it, and all the sons were unable to break it down. And then father explained that what is actually the unity is and what is the strength of unity is. Same like here, it is a bundle of rods where the people are being told to live as per in a unity process, combined together, don't fight with each other, live happily. Now the faces actually is another sort of French symbol which has been used in the French Revolution. It was rods which has been tied all together containing an axe. Now that axe is said to be the judiciary part which used to take the decision to cut off all the things which are coming in a way as hurdles for this unity. The French Republic continued this Roman symbol to represent state power, justice and unity. Continuing with the third symbol, it is the eye within a triangle radiating light. It means that the eye, all-seeing eye, stands for knowledge. The rays of the sun will drive away the clouds of ignorance. If you are educated, if you have gained knowledge and you know what is right, what is wrong, obviously you will be able to analyze and judge the situation as per the requirements, and it will help you to remove away all the clouds of ignorance. Next political symbol is sceptre. Sceptre is said to be the symbol of royal power. It symbolizes an ornamental staff or it's a wand held in the hand by the ruling monarch or the king or the queen to show their royalty. Now some usually also used to show the significance of divinity. Divinity over here means something very special and long and in a very of the honorable positions. Next symbol is snake biting its tail to form a ring. It was actually to show the eternity. Eternity, which means a timeless amount of time. Limitless. Now limitless means that the state or this nation has started. It is going throughout almost for the longer position. It has no limitations. It has no time foundation. Where the everything which is to start is going to further for several years. Because you know, as a ring, they have no start and no beginning. Same like here, what actually is happening. See students, what we used to do? We used to govern the nation. For the govern the nation, we used to elect our representatives. Now, just imagine after the death of any one representative, we are again electing any other representative. It means that the chain is going continuation. From among us only we are electing the governing the nation, the representatives, and continue further for the longer of duration. This is called the snake biting its tail to form of a ring. Next symbol is the Pigeon cap. Pigeon cap was used up as a symbol of liberty by the libertarians during the Enlightenment. Now Enlightenment over here means during the freedom of the France from ending up this French Revolution. They all wore this cap to show that yes, we are the liberal peoples, we have the rights and the authorities to live our life as per our requirement, and no one can interfere in the work formation of our life. The pigeon cap in the French was said to be the bonnet pigeon. It was depicted in the red in color, and sometimes it was also known as the red cap. Red cap, which was used actually being said as a bonnet robe, you can say a liberty cap. In the France, it was being pronounced as bonnet de la liberté. Bonnet de la liberté, which means liberty cap, and bonnet robe means red cap. Blue, white and red. These are the three colors used in the France flag. The national flag of France consisting of three colors, blue, white and red. The national colors of France, this tricolor cockade created in July 1789. White, which shows the royal color, was added to nationalize an early blue and red design. Why this white was being showed? Just to show that yes, this country was belonging to the kings and the rulers of the royal families. The red and the blue was actually denoting the past and the capability of the normal public. Next is the winged woman. The winged woman over here personifies the law. Now, winged woman personifies. What does the word personification means? Personification means where we are making any other non-living thing in comparison to a living thing, or predicting to be a living thing, in which, for example, we can say, do you all remember the statue of court in which we are living in India? Here, the statue of law or the lady of law is said to be a lady having that black strips on the eyes and holding one measurement in the hand. That is said to be the law lady, the lady of law, which is being used in India. Same like here in France, the winged woman was being personification of law. Next is the law tablet. The law tablet, we can say it's the same for all and equal before it, and every person is equal in front of that. Same like as we have the preamble. Every book, whatever we study, we have a small preamble of our constitution. Same like here, it was said to be the law tablet or the preamble of the constitution of France, where all the declaration, whatever it being written or given to the citizens, are being written to make the people understand and make the people go through that all the men and the women are equal in this country. Now, finally, let's come with the conclusion of the French Revolution of this chapter. Human ingenuity, I repeat the word, human ingenuity is the way which human minds operate, influencing how humans behave, interact, or find solution to problems. Now, what does actually this human ingenuity word means? Human ingenuity is a word where it is said to be the influence, how we think, we work, we play, we construct friendships and other relationships, interact with each other and find solution of the problems, and also how these problems are being caused and what are the factors by which we can solve these problems by transforming the things or rationalize or making the people understand by our thoughts. Now, the pronunciation of the word ingenuity is ingenuity. Ingenuity. Okay, the human ingenuity is actually a sentence. It's a noun which has been said to be the quality of being clever, creative, or imaginative, where we can quickly take up the decision as per the requirement using our own mind, your own creations, your imaginations, and your creativity too. The French Revolution is a clear example in the history in which human ingenuity is used. We can observe that we as humans cannot stand the violation of one's own right, causing us to protest to the one suppressing us, and when we reach a certain point of frustration or realize the futile attempts of protesting, we will then act and upthrow the person in charge. Now, what actually does it mean? See, students, over there, King Louis XVI was continually making his laws and regulations on the public. Firstly, the public was fulfilling whatever the king was said and obeying all the rules and regulations. But slowly and steadily, every person of the France got frustrated by the bad rules made by the king, and finally they oppressed it. And As sometimes it used to happen with you all also, as your parents are saying something to follow or your teachers are saying something to follow, for sometimes you listen and you follow that. But after some time it happens that again and again the same thing they are telling us to follow, the same things we have to do. What happens with you? If you are not in a mind to do that, you all get frustrated and you overreact that and you want that thing to be changed and something new should come over there. Same like here it happened in the France or the French Revolution. It is only the nature of for us to do something extraordinary or something very different in a not in a reputational wise. It should be very, very different and something creative. It is our human unite and cooperate with another which used to create interest. Yes, wherever we are having something different. For example, if I say I am making a chapati and the chapati that what we used to have over there in that house, the gas stoves and all, with that they are making the chapati, and to some extent if I someday I changed it and I made the chapati in a microwave or I made the chapati in the chula or the villages sector, what's going to happen? It is going to have some different taste, but yes, obviously you're going to enjoy that. So same like here, every person, if the person is doing the same work and being forced to do the same work in an unconditional manner without his like or dislike, obviously the people get frustrated and they want it to change for further life. And for that what they do? They revolt, they protest against those laws and they want it to be changed. Continuing with the conclusion part, the new creation in the middle class actually helped to form the unity in the revolution. They helped to manage the economic condition or stabilize the economic conditions and made the country unite once again and to go for a united form to form a global superpower in the world. After this revolution, what actually happened? Occupations and jobs were made free to all the male applicants, allowing them to their ambitions to get succeeded. As per your requirement and your capability, yes, you can avail for any position or any opportunity or any other sort of business as per your interest. You can open, and it also make the people give rise to show off their own talents, hidden talents, whatever they are having. The military was also being changed. Instead of ranking based on the class, whoever the people who are making achievements, good positions, good achievements in the war, they were being promoted for their own beneficiary or given higher position in the military camps. However, notice that even though this revolution emphasis on the change for the entire nation, only men were benefit, not the women. The women were again said to take care of the family, to take care of the husband, and they were being only bounded to become as a homemaker, not the nation maker. Equality of women would not be introduced over there after the French Revolution, even also performing or making the formation or by the formation of the National Assembly. It all came very much after later in the history of the world. This all we all discussed in this video. Thank you all for watching this, and I hope the French Revolution chapter is too much clear to you all that what were actually the French Revolution was and how it was being caused. Hope for the best, and next videos we will be coming up with the exercises, book exercises and other extra question answers related to this chapter. Till then, have a nice day.